Hello, my name's Caesar.
I'm Mimi.
I'm Avery, and we are Team CAM for the ENG6 project, and we did Steganography.
So for our project, we use a flattening and expanding methods or functions, as well as three methods em- of embedding the images, which are red, green, and blue, and each one is odd even.
We also created a binary function for the red, green, and blue layers of them, and I'll be talking about that and the recovery method for those two.
And then I will walk through all of the methods and functions associated with the GUI and demonstrate how it runs.
These are our flattening and expanding functions, and what the flattening function does is it flattens a smaller image into an array of ones and zeros, while the expanding function expands the smaller image back into black and white. Well, some of the methods that we use along with those other two methods are the odd and even functions with red, green, and blue. And the main way that this works is we use the mod function to determine whether it's odd or even. And then if the smaller image is odd, then we set the value of the larger image at that index to an odd number. And if the smaller image is even, then we set the value of the larger image at that index to an even number. And to recover this, if the value of the larger image is odd, then the value of the smaller image should be 1 and vice versa if it's set to 0.
Okay, I will be going over the binary method that we created. What it does is takes the smaller image or the hidden image and creates a binary array for that, and then it takes the larger image, in this case the dog image, and makes the array even by subtracting 1. And then when we add the two together, what we can see in the recovery method is that if it's odd, we added a 1 from the smaller image, and then it sets that equal to 1. And then if it was even, then it was a 0 in the smaller image, and it sets it equal to 0. And then we can go through and we see that we did it for the red layer, the green layer, and the blue layer for all of these. And we can see that here that we changed it in these numbers.
This is the code that corresponds to our GUI. The first thing in it is the properties and the details of the physical properties throughout the app. And then you have more public properties that represent the variables that are shared between different methods in the app. We have our 6 methods, both the embedding and the recovery methods for the odd-even functions and for the binary functions. And then we have functions that are private within the app that control the callback functions for every different button or drop-down menu, such as load image buttons. The drop-down menus have switch statements and different case statements that correspond to the different methods. So when a user selects a certain method, it triggers this function that will call the previously shown red, odd, even embed method, and then it will display it using other functions detailed in the GUI. Now we will demonstrate what happens when a user runs the GUI. The window loads and the user can click on the Embed tab to start the process, where they load an image from file. Then they load an image that they want to embed in the first image and select a method of embedding. When you click Embed, the program displays your final image, and you have the option to save it or to embed another one. When you do this, it takes the final image and reassigns it to the spot of the first image to restart the loop. At which point, the user can add more images and use different methods to embed multiple images. They can do this as many times as they want with as many different methods. When you then save the image, you can go to the next screen and the user loads it from file. To recover each image, the user should select the most recent method that they used in the previous screen, and then recover each image in sequence. To load an image and embed multiple images within the same color level or layer of the original image, such as using the red odd even method and also the binary addition red method at the same time. Like before, the user can load the image and use the drop down and the buttons to recover them in sequence.